Good morning, students. Today we begin the last lesson of the last unit in the book. But according to the syllabus that we have from the CGBS board, Chhattisgarh board, it is the last lesson of unit 5, which means still we have got one more lesson which we'll cover in the next video. Okay, now this lesson is brought under the unit called adventure. Adventure, I have already told you, adventure is something which you encounter, something which you are not really experienced, but still you experience it anew. So that we call as adventure. Okay, we began with a small poem of the small girl called Sumba's adventure, and now we will go to the real life example of what adventure really looks like. Okay, from the life of Ibn Battuta. Okay, now we will go to the lesson. My uncle Ibn Battuta sat by the window of his house in Tangier. What is Tangier? Tangier is one of the important city, major city in Morocco. Morocco is a country. Okay, so that Tangier is one of the important cities in Morocco. My uncle Ibn Battuta, the name of the person. Okay, so it is this boy who narrates. Now the boy probably could have been a grown up. Now he is talking about his conversation with his uncle Ibn Battuta. Okay, so this is Ibn Battuta. So Ibn Battuta sat by the window of his house in Tangier. It was the hot time of the day, and his eyes were half open. I went into the room. If it is very hot, usually we would not really want to do anything. We will not do anything actually. Simply we'll sit outside, okay, because it's very warm and it's very humid, and therefore you cannot sleep, but you will feel like sleeping. So that is a half open, which means he is just dozing. Okay, sometimes the summer time will make you very much tired. Because we drink water, and then the whole water just comes out of your body as a sweat. Okay, so what happens, then you get dehydration, and then you feel like sleeping. Okay, so half awake and half open, so it happens sometimes. So he's an old man, and therefore he is half asleep and half open, half awake. Uncle, I said. The boy calls him uncle quietly. He went up at me suddenly. Usually when someone sleeps and you just talks without any traces of initiative, when you want to wake up somebody, we take initiative slowly. We will wake him up. Okay, if in case you simply wake him up by force, or you are just shouting his name, then immediately they get shocked. Okay, so it happens here. This boy goes to the room and then sees his uncle there, and then he is just calling him uncle, and then that old man Ibn Battuta suddenly looks up at him. Ah, Ahmad, it's you again. He smiled. Yes, uncle, I answered. Can you tell me today about your journeys, please? So this boy is asking Ibn Battuta about the journey. Journey means see, most of the adventures happen to people when they go on a journey. Okay, now this old man Ibn Battuta has undertaken so many journeys, and therefore this small boy is asking his uncle to share with him about the journey that he has undertaken when he was a youth. Okay, so he is asking him, can you tell me today about the journeys, please? I want to travel when I am older too, I said. Is that right? He answered. Now, as soon as the small boy asked him, please tell me about the journeys, so that when I become older like you, I can also journey to the places. I can have new adventure. I can see different kinds of people. I can encounter different kinds of situations, and so on. Then he looked carefully at me. So the uncle, usually the old people, when you ask them a question, immediately they will not answer. They will simply take their own time, and slowly they will look at you first, and then they begin answering your questions. Okay, right. Now he is asking him, how old are you now? He could remember things from long ago easily, but things from the day before not very well. Usually the old people, they will have enough and more stories to narrate, but sometimes they will forget the simple information that is just right in front of them. So that is their nature. The same thing this boy is telling about his uncle Ibn Battuta. So he says, my uncle could remember things from long ago easily. Old people usually they remember the things of long ago, but things from the day before not very well. Usually they will not remember the things that are always there, okay, things that have happened the near past, okay, so usually they will not remember them. They are the old people. I am 11, I said. This boy responds to him, says, I am 11 year old. Well, perhaps in 4 or 5 years you can begin to travel, but it's not easy. You can see wonderful towns and cities, meet interesting people, and do exciting things, but there are bad times too. So he says, you are 11, of course, in 4 or 5 years, once you become a full fledged man, once you become a young man capable of traveling, then you can begin your travel. But traveling to unknown places is not as easy as you think. you know you can see wonderful things. Of course, we see wonderful things, we meet wonderful people, we have interesting experiences, but still there are also bad times too. You can get ill, or you can get ill or you can also meet big hungry animals or lose all your money. So this is what the old man to tell about the adventurous journey which he always undertook when he was a young man. Okay, so he's telling the boy about the different challenges and difficulties and trials and dangers that he would meet when he goes on an adventurous journey, a journey which will never ever tell you about what you are going to face. Right now, he says, my eyes were big and open. Yes, Ahmed, he answered. But listen to my stories, and perhaps you can learn to come home alive. So now he is telling the boy, okay, just playfully, okay, now if you want to go on a journey, an adventurous journey, you better listen to me so that you can come home alive, okay, with a lot of experiences, with lot of memories, and so on. Right now, where shall I begin? So now he is going to begin telling him about his adventurous journey, story of the adventurous journey. I sat down ready to listen to him. Every time my uncle told his stories, they were different, new, and interesting. Which means often the boy, whenever he feels bored, he will go to his uncle to listen to the stories. Right now, he says the boy is going to listen to his uncle. Uncle is about to share the stories of his adventurous journey, and this boy, he is sitting steady. Okay, so to listen to his uncle. So every time he says, my uncle told his stories, they were different. Every time, no, the new things are emerging. Okay, right now, then the next video we will study about the different adventures Ibn Battuta had when he went on a journey. Okay, thank you.